For more than 4 centuries, the University of Santo Tomas has been forming the youth, both through excellent academic instruction and deep spiritual formation, staying true to the Dominican mission of sharing the fruit of God's love. Many pious men and women have entered the university with zealous hearts, intent on keeping the faith. Among these are the Thomasian Martyrs of the Spanish Civil War of the 1930s. In the 1930s, a civil war was waged between Republicans and Nationalists for the control of Spain when the monarchy abandoned the country. The Republicans and leftist groups advocated reforms which opposed the traditional and conservative values of the former government. The rebel groups deemed that the Catholic Church played a big part in influencing the social order and was thus allies of the Nationalists. Widespread violence characterized the war, which has since been known as the Red Terror or Terror Rojo. The clergy were not an exemption to their hostility, as more than 6,800 religious persons were victims of the atrocities. Among the victims were Thomasian martyrs who have studied or taught in the University of Santo Tomas before heading back to Spain. Foremost among them was Reverend Father Buenaventura García Paredes of the Order of Preachers, who was provincial of the province of the Most Holy Rosary here in the Philippines and eventually became the Master General of the Order of Preachers. Father Paredes was sent to the Philippines to obtain a degree of Lector in Theology in order to teach at UST. During his time, he was also chair of Political and Administrative Law and director of the Catholic daily Libertas. It was also through Father Paredes, acting as provincial, that the university acquired the land for the present-day Sulucan campus. During the height of the Spanish Revolution and religious persecution, militiamen arrested Father Paredes and took him to the town of Fuencarral in the suburbs of Madrid on August 11, 1936. During his arrest, he confronted his captors and said that he did not do any crime, except that of being a priest and a religious. He was killed by gunfire the day after. His face, though, showed peaceful countenance, and he had a rosary in his possession. Blessed Jesus Villaverde Andres of the Order of Preachers was an ecclesiastical professor and superior of many different communities. Upon his assignment in the Philippines, he first taught at the Colegio de San Juan de Letran, but later spent the rest of his time in the Philippines teaching at UST, where he also served as Secretary General, Treasurer, and Dean of the Faculty of Sacred Theology. When he returned to Spain, he took refuge in his mother's house during the reign of the Communists. On October 15, 1936, his perpetrators were able to locate him despite attempts by his family to shield him. He presented himself before his captors to spare his brother, a family man, from arrest. The death of Father Andres remains a mystery because there were no photographs of his cadaver and no one knew where he was buried. Blessed Pedro Ibanez of the Order of Preachers was sent to the Philippines just after he made his vow of solemnity in Rosaryville, Louisiana. It was in the University of Santo Tomas where he finished his theology degree. He stayed in the Philippines until 1934 and afterwards was transferred to Segovia, Spain. Incidentally, he was in Madrid when militiamen captured the religious of different orders on August 26. An eyewitness account states that Father Ibanez identified himself as Catholic, Apostolic, Roman, and Dominican until death. He was finally executed on August 27 for the crime of being a religious. During his years as a deacon, Blessed Manuel Moreno was sent to the Philippines to study philosophy and theology until he was finally ordained priest. His missionary works were mostly in China, but he returned to Spain to fulfill different assignments. Father Moreno was present when the militia attacked Ocaña, but he managed to escape. He went to Madrid thinking it was safer there, but they were deceived by communists who tricked them with fake safe passes. Father Moreno was killed in the railroad station on August 5, 1936, all the while crying out, "Viva Cristo Rey!" Blessed Maximino Fernandez Marinas of the Order of Preachers completed his theological studies at the University of Santo Tomas and was ordained priest at the Santo Domingo Church in Intramuros. While in the Philippines, he was assigned to the northern part of Luzon before being sent to Italy. Finally, he settled in Spain at a time when the militia took over their convent in Ocaña. He was with Father Moreno when the communists attacked. He sustained 11 gunshots, which led to his death. Blessed Jose Maria Lopez Carrillo of the Order of Preachers took his 5th year of theological studies at the University of Santo Tomas. He was assigned to the missions in China, but returned to Spain to recover from illness. Upon his return to Spain, he was assigned to the convent of Santo Domingo in Ocaña and was at the convent of Our Lady of the Holy Rosary during the eve of the Civil War in 1936. Along with Father Ibanez, he was captured for further questioning, in which he identified himself as a missionary in China. The following day, the communists held a summary execution on the incarcerated religious people. He was buried in the Cementerio de la Aldumena, but his remains were transferred to its final resting place at the convent of Santo Tomas in Avila on March 18, 1960. During the war, thousands of religious were slain and churches were burned and desecrated. Despite this tumultuous time, there was no case of apostasy and the religious remained true to their faith. On October 28, 2007, Father Buenaventura García Paredes OP and companion martyrs were beatified in the Vatican by Pope Emeritus Benedict XVI. Their unwavering bravery in the middle of suffering is a testament to their steadfastness and faith in the name of Christ.